And we are back right here with the KnoItAllz, man. And definitely, I'm ready, man, to just get this thing going and get it popping. We're here with our second segment. The first segment with Jeremiah, the interview was great. Definitely, you guys got to get our behind the scenes stuff, man. Our behind the scenes stuff be so good. It be so rich. You need to get that stuff, man. But, we're going to get this whole thing started, get this party started. First and foremost, was Giannis about to give whatchamacallit's daddy the business? Was he about to get them hands? Was he about to get the hands? That's what we need to know.
Was Giannis about to beat down Tyler, what's his name, Haliburton's daddy? Yeah, he should have beat him down. His daddy a little bitty fella. Giannis is a big swole up dude, bro. He was looking down on him like this, like a little kid, like I'm looking down on the mic. He was like, listen here, young fella. That's how he was looking at him, man. So, yeah, he'd have beat the brakes off of him. But
hey, Big G.
Yeah.
Next time, look down at your hand. Don't look down at the mic like that, bro.
See, I know you trying to get me with a no diddy, dog. I know you laying in the cut trying to give me a no diddy. I already know, man. You laying in the cut trying to get me a no diddy, dog. I already know, man. And I knew that. Listen, this is chess. This ain't checkers, bro. So absolutely, man. But yeah, he'd have beat him down. But it's over with. Hey, I already done called it. Giannis out of there.
You think?
Giannis, I know. Giannis, and I'm being biased. I want him in San Antonio. I want to Tate said something about Miami, but I want him in San Antonio.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready to give up Garland and Jared Allen and a first round pick for him right now to Cleveland.
Ooh.
You got to give him. You might give up more than that, Tate, to get him.
Ooh.
About two first round picks.
Cleveland don't got that. But that's two starters. That's two all-stars and a pick. They got to rebuild. They need younger.
Yeah, but man, they who has the capital is San Antonio. But either way, and you know what? I got to say this, and this might be just me be talking crazy. Tate, if them Rocket Boys win today, how that G-Stradamus look for you in the first round of the NBA playoffs? How it look for you, man?
Look like you undefeated.
8 for 8, Mod. If the Rockets win the series, I called all 8 series. Matter of fact, I damn near call them game for game. Like when it was going in and everything. 8 for 8.
Look at here. Look at her. So you guys know I'm about to get up out of here, man. And there was some business.
Look at the hater over there. Tim Lyons talking about let's go
Golden State.
You're such a hater.
Golden State is going. I picked Golden State too. He ain't hating with me.
No, he's not. He hating because it's going against me, Tate. You actually picked him. He really don't care whether or not the Warriors won or not. He just talking to see, and he even admitted it. He said always, laugh out loud. He's a hater. He's a hater.
Listen,
that hater over there, man.
I just gotta say something, man. And it's not just because it's Texas. I mean, go ahead, put your bias sign up. You're gonna say that I'm doing this because it's Texas. But bro, what is going on in track and field when you got a high school kid running 9.92 in the 100? Second fastest time in the world this year. And even high school. Boy won Tate Taylor. He's from a little town outside of San Antonio. Boy went 9.92 in the 100 and then turned right back around and ran a 20.14 in the 200.
Bro, we just had a kid here in Ohio. Ran a 9.96. And my son-in-law's brother just ran a 29.5 in the 200 and broke the school record. My son-in-law's brother, little brother. That
ain't nothing but Texas bias. If you really want to talk track and field, you talk about the Grand Prix, the Michael Johnson's Grand Prix today, where Sidney McLaughlin ran not the hurdles, ran the 400 and ran a 49.59, 49.59.
God,
she's a hurdler, and Kenny and Kung Fu Kenny ran the 200, won the 100 and the 200, and ran the 200 in 1983. So
Oh my
shout
God.
out.
That's what I'm saying. Kung Fu Kenny ran a 19.83. You have to understand how fast that is, right?
That's a cheetah.
This youngster in high school ran a
2014.
20.1. That's crazy. That's crazy. It makes
Yeah, that's fast. This the first track and field event of the season. So I mean, I watched it. Kenny was actually coasting. You know what I mean? I think he probably got a 19.7 in him somewhere as the season goes on. But yeah, no, that's super fast for high school though, man. I'm just saying if we gonna start track and field, we'll just jump right into AAU basketball. We start the NBA.
We do.
But that was your Texas bias. Go ahead and finish it.
This something I wanted to show you, man. So in this heat, a sophomore ran a 10.01 in the 100. He's a sophomore. Another freshman ran a 10.6. And you would say that, man, 10.6, it's not slow, bro. Like, that's not slow at all. But in this heat, he was ninth. He was ninth, bro. Like, I'm tripping, man, because it's like that heat was so fast. This was the state championships here in Austin. That just happened a couple days ago. That heat was so fast, bro, that a 10.2, a 10.3 was fourth and fifth.
Bro,
it's just
I'm not being biased. Y'all can call me for being biased to doing this. My son-in-law's brother ran that 20.95 in 52-degree weather.
And it's harder to run in the cold too.
It is.
Yeah, and 52-degree weather.
Yeah, man, that's flying. That's flying.
He was out there getting it.
What's in the water for these youngsters, man? What is going on, man? What is going on?
Everything's just at a different level, man. When you consider the knowledge they have, you know, the people that they've seen. Oh, I'm chasing that. You know what I mean? You got the nutrition's changed, the training's changed. I mean, it's just like, it's just all over. I mean, men and women, boys and girls are just better athletes now, more developed. They develop quicker. They train earlier. Everything has something to do with it.
Right. Right.
Yeah, they specialize earlier now too. Back in the day, we play football, go to basketball, and if you play baseball, ran track, you do that too the whole season. These jokers by 7th, 8th grade, they specialize. They stay in one thing all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Got trainers and everything.
I think this guy who ran the 9.9 is the actual wide receiver, if I'm thinking right. He's a wide receiver. He's going somebody's college. He's going to be doing something. Football, basketball, track.
Running a 9.92, he needs to look at track and field for real.
Yeah.
In high school, you running 9.92?
Yep. Yeah. At 17 years young.
Yeah.
At 17 years young. Yeah, man. You got to get it. But I wonder, man. I mean, because I've seen some kids peak out early. You know what I'm saying? Get to the nines, and then you never hear from them again. They just peak out, right? And I'm wondering, is this going to be one of those cases, especially for the sophomore from Duncanville? That's ridiculous.
I doubt it. Like you said, the specialization now. Man, shout out to me and Ma's little brother, Roderick Simpson.
Rod Jr. And I told him about it.
He's got an AAU squad of young fellas, and they all fast. And he does. I went and actually watched his practices. He does specialized training with these kids that I would never. They don't have Olympic level training, but when I'm telling you they're getting trained and like specialized training for them to bounce back and just to cut their time just by 1/10 of a second or 2/10 of a second or 3/10 of a second, I see how much detail they play into making sure that these kids are getting what they need. So I don't think if they have track coaches down there like how we have AAU and C2K up here, they're not peaking out. They're gonna get faster and faster and faster. Brotman said, even with the better technology and resources, people are getting more injured because they're not taking advantage of what's out here. That's facts, brother, man. But these youngsters, man, they got resources up behind them, man, and technology.
Yeah, they do. And you guys are going to take the show the rest of the way from here. But please, 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 wherever you are, share the show. Make sure that you
Hey, Mod.
Yes, sir.
Can I share one thing before you go that we might agree on?
Yes, sir.
Play it.
Maybe.
Mod,
maybe I won't share.
Well, I know what it is.
Go ahead and finish saying what you're saying. Let me see if I didn't download it right.
So here's the deal. I want to make sure that everyone in the chat, in the live chat, and everybody who's watching, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. We got more stuff coming. We got more special guests. We don't want to just tell you about all of them. You're gonna see it here in just a minute. I mean, some really, really special guests coming. Tate has them coming. G got them coming. I got them coming. You never know who's gonna pop up before football season. You just never know. You never know. And it pays for you to be here, and then it pays for you to have your friends and your family and your auntie and your uncle and them come out and be a part of the KnoItAllz cast here and be in the chat. Because again, like I said, you never know who you're gonna see, man. You never know who you're gonna see here live with the KnoItAllz, man. And we chopping it up, man. Definitely. I'm excited for the shows that we have coming. I'm excited for the guests that we have coming. Again, thank you to Jeremiah for being here today. And that's pretty much all I got. Like I said, I'm gonna leave you guys. But Tate, go ahead. You found it yet?
No, it didn't upload. I'll save it for another day because we gotta. I mean, it's the clip that we agree on finally. Well, we will agree on what this says, I believe. So we just will play it later.
Yeah, definitely get it in. Hey man, love you guys. Make sure y'all fly the ship, land it. Don't be over here doing donuts and breaking the wing of the plane. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, we're professionals, bro. We know what we're doing, man. We do this all day, every day, twice on Sunday.
Y'all in the streets. G is he's the podcast whore. I can just say that. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
He whores himself out on podcasts.
Wow.
Hey, is that where he get looking down on the mic at from being out to the streets?
I told you was gonna try to stretch that out, man. I told you was gonna try to stretch that into something, man. I already know, man. I already know you was gonna try to do it, man.
But again, I'm getting ready to get out of here. It was great.
Hey,
professionals.
What you great do, man? You ain't finna you ain't finna go take care of that video you sent me after the show last week, are you?
No, I'm actually going to communion this communion Sunday.
Oh, that's what they all say after they send you a video.
It's first Sunday, and I'm going over here to get some Jesus. So I come back and help you jokers. I gotta pray to keep y'all up, both of y'all up. I gotta make sure that y'all stay. The Lord is looking out for y'all. My grandma used to say these crazy sayings like, "The Lord look out for babies and fools." Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying which one y'all are, but He's looking out for you. He's looking out for you. But no, definitely,
yeah,
definitely. I love you both, man. I will be back here next week, next time, same bat channel, and let's get it, man. KnoItAllz. I'm out.
Tate, listen, man. Let's do this real quick. Let's take our commercial break. Pause for the cause. Get a word from our sponsors and partners. If you're watching us live on the KnoItAllz channel, we'll be right back with the segue in. We're gonna start talking a little bit of football, a little bit of basketball, and a little bit of baseball. Me, Tate Boy Fresh, as we finish out on the KnoItAllz podcast. So just give us a second, and we'll be right back. And we're back with the KnoItAllz podcast. The second show today. If you haven't had an opportunity, go check out our first segue, our first show with Jeremiah Byers, offensive tackle, Arizona Cardinals. We had a great interview for the first 30 minutes. We stopped and jumped over into segue 2. Ma just checked out. I'm in the building, one boy, Tate Boy Fresh. Tate, what's going on with you, man?
Big G, what's good, man? You know, not too much. You know, more the same. We did have a great interview, and you know, the young people that Mod is recruiting and getting to join us from the Austin, Texas area. I mean, we all try and bring in a gamut of people, different individuals. Facts. You know what I mean? My pretty much got that Austin, Texas, Dallas region pretty much sold up down there with the far as the young athletes go. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So really appreciate that. But every one of them he's had on here, and we've had a few, all seem to be really, really good young men, man. So I really can appreciate that. I don't know, you know, down in Texas, you know, it seems like everybody I've talked to that's been on here as a guest with us, great young people. Shout out to all of them.
Absolutely. Tay, you got a young guest that's coming up. I had an opportunity. We'll talk about it as we close out the show, but we got a kid that's coming on that you brought to us that is a great kid, man. When me and you sat and talked with him, man, great character, man. I was so impressed off the phone interview we did with the kid. So the people are going to be excited once we bring him up. And then you know the two young fellas that I got coming up. So like Ma said even before he got out of here, we got some serious guests coming on here that are great young and like all-American kids, up-and-coming kids, NFL kids, NBA kids. We got some characters coming, man. So we appreciate all you guys staying with us and rocking with us all the time. You know what? Is it time for the new logo yet? Is it time, Tater? We just let him stay right there. We just let him stay right there with old country and new country. Does he go to the new?
Yeah, he ain't crazy yet.
Okay, yeah.
So
we're gonna.
Which one? The old country or new country? Old country.
Old country, man.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
The old country in the Matrix, man. We appreciate you, Tim, giving us a shout out from over there. All right, Tate, look, we're gonna swing the horn. We're gonna run around the bend. We're gonna start with football, man. We're gonna start absolutely, bro, man. And bro, man, singing a song. He out there singing Sexual Chocolate. Yeah, no, Sexual Chocolate from what was the name of the show? Dang on, Sexual Chocolate. Yeah, Coming to America. Yeah, Sexual Chocolate, man. Sexual Chocolate. So Tate, we're gonna start it with the NFL, man. All right.
Hey, wait, Tim, real quick, just for Tim though. You're right. I'm an old dude, Tim. At B Dirt wedding last week, one of B Dirt's homies is one of his groomsmen. We was all sitting at a group of table talking over dinner and talking to him. And he got to a point where he said, "Man, how old are you?" I told him I was 52. He said, "Man, I thought you was younger than me, and I'm 40. I said, "Yeah, man, I get that a lot, man." You know, so hey, shout out to you, Tim, because you look like you're a little over 40. I think you're probably about 46, 47. You look like you're over that. So you worry about being old and looking old.
Dang. Tim, shots fired, Tim. Shots fired. I'm just letting you know. And knowing Tim trying to go to the room today, Tate. I'm telling you, that new logo, I'm telling you he's going to push the envelope. And guess what? Today is the last day I got to say Sir Claude Bishop, too. So next week, he's back to the same old Claude, man. He shows up today.
Okay, yeah, I ain't seen him yet today. Okay, so he's not here.
All right, so listen. NFL schedule. We're it comes out like less than 10 days, right? How excited are you about the NFL schedule? And what's your early prediction for the Steelers? I know it got announced today that the Pittsburgh Steelers will not be playing the Green Bay Packers in Ireland. They will be playing the Minnesota Vikings in Ireland. And that got announced today officially. So how excited are you about the schedule drop? I think it's the thing that everybody looks forward to after we clear the draft. And what's your expectations for the schedule, man?
As far as the game in Ireland, I mean, you got Green Bay because it's Green Bay, right? Ireland, Irish, Green Bay, you know. But really, true to form, and it's not Scandinavia, but it's close enough.
Facts.
You get over there in the real old country with the Norsemen and the Vikings and all them. So the Vikings going over there is perfect. I guarantee you see some real Vikings out there as far as their lineage, their history, and all that. So I think the NFL made a good decision with that. Now, what was the second part of your question as far as the schedule or whatever?
Yeah, it's like the exciting time because once the schedule drops, teams like, oh, we're playing this team there, this team there. So what are you looking forward to as far as the schedule, and what's your early expectations? Because we know who we're playing. It's just when are we playing and who are we going to play against, man?
Well, the NFL, we already know they kind of backload the division games towards the end of the year. You know what I mean? You probably play your 6 division games. You probably play 5 of them, four at least, in the second half of the season. You know what I mean? So they backload that. So we can kind of consider that at least 4 out of 6 of the divisional games going to be in the second half of the season. Right? And could be more. Last year, all 6 were. And you said we got a tough schedule, but we had a tougher schedule last year. This schedule is going to be, I ain't going to say easier, but we play the NFC North this year. They're going to be really good.
East. And AFC East.
And we should eat off the AFC East. I feel like outside of Buffalo, it should be a competitive game. But yeah, man, so I'm looking forward to the schedule because, it gets more football content, right? Like we've been on the all season, the draft, the combine, everything for the past since the Super Bowl, pretty much.
Yeah, facts.
Right?
Yeah.
Now the next phase is going to be the OTAs, rookie minicamp, roster cuts and potential post-June 1st trades and all that stuff. And the schedule is going to drop in the next week.
Yeah, less than 10 days.
Okay. So, yeah, that schedule is going to drop, man, and we're going to have an idea about we're going to start picking games. We're going to start looking forward all the way till next January. The NFL is an ongoing cycle. The NFL never ends. They put themselves in a position under Roger Goodell that we always talk about them. They run their organization, their business perfectly. So, they got everything on the calendars broke down. You know the NFL about business.
That's facts, man. Man, the thing I'm lightweight, and you can say I'm biased or pissed off or whatever else, but Vegas odds got us at 7.5 wins, man. And I said, in what universe does the Pittsburgh Steelers win 7 games? And I mean, what universe Las Vegas are you in? Does Las Vegas need to go to the Matrix? Because we ain't winning no set. Our defense gonna win a 6, Tate. Kenny Pickett gonna get at least 2, maybe 3. Not Kenny Pickett, but Mason Rudolph gonna get us at least 2 or maybe 3. And if Rodgers shows up, there's 4, maybe 5. So all this biasness towards the Steelers, and we see it every year, man. They upload and they have teams that say they're gonna win a lot, and they don't win nothing, and then the Steelers get the big bias every year, bro. Every year.
I think the thing is, man, Vegas is all about the odds, right? That's what Vegas is about. So at some point, with 23, 24 straight non-losing seasons, at some point, Vegas thinking like, man, this stuff got to turn around. They gonna lose. Yeah. Tomlin can't keep doing this forever. So they always bet on that side of it because they know everybody is gonna bet the over on Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Right? From where if they set it anything under a 500 record, everybody betting the over. And they haven't hit yet. Vegas hasn't, but when they hit, they gonna hit because everybody always gonna bet the over, right? So they try and set it right at that 7.5 is like about closest you can get to that's the closest you can get to being under 500.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because 8.5, that mean you finishing with a winning record. So they trying to set the line where everybody bet the over. They get all the action with the people, winning the under. So that's why they said it like that, I think, as far as Pittsburgh goes. But we know the Steelers never really they don't know how to lose like that, man. You haven't lost like that in 23, 24 years, man. It just don't happen overnight. You know what I mean? Even the unraveling is a 9-8, 10-7 season making the playoffs. Even when you got Doug Hodges, you get to 500. I mean, come on, man. Tomlin like the MacGyver of football coaches. You give him a whole piece of floss and a paper clip, he gonna make a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, that's bro, man. Put that in his comment. He talking about did they make the selection because the Steelers don't really have a quarterback or what? The bottom line is Doug Hodges got 9 wins. I mean, what are you, what are you talking about?
He didn't play the whole season, but the combination of Duck and Mason got
9 wins.
They were 8-8 that year though. They still playing 16, but no losers.
Yeah, we're not going to take L's like that. I don't care who they put up in front of us. It's because of how good the defense is, man. The defense for Pittsburgh is going to win regardless, as long as they stay healthy. So I think it's a little bit of bias. But Tate, let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this. If you had to pick a surprise team for the 2025 NFL season as of today, who would be the team you'd be like, man, you need to look out for these dudes? Because they're going to maybe go from basement to actually doing something in 2025. So if you had to pick a team, man, who would it be today?
Who's next year's Washington Commanders? Sound like what you're saying.
Yep, facts.
Well, they're in the same division. I don't think they go to first, but I like the Giants to be better with better quarterback play. I mean, they was Danny Dimes and Tommy DeVito last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Russ and Jameis in the building with Jackson Dart. All 3 options are better than anything they had last year.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a running back, and they got neighbors coming back, and they got that defensive front that's going to be a beast.
Mm-hmm.
So I like them. You might see 3 teams out the NFC East this year make the playoffs, and the team with the star on the side ain't going to be one of them.
Oh, listen. I already done on record. To me, they're the worst team in that division. To me, if I had to stack them 1 through 4, Philly 1, Washington 1A, the Giants 3rd, and the Cowboys 4. If I had to stack them today, but that maybe I'm being biased, but So I see the live chat talking about Mr. Woodside said Arizona. Rob Lightfoot said Tampa Bay. You better look out for them.
Tampa Bay been finishing first in that division the last 2-3 years. So that's not going from like the bottom to the top.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, who said Arizona? AFL?
Mr. Woodside.
Mr. Woodside, yeah. So that could be a good one, but I don't know about Arizona, man. I don't know if Kyler Murray is locked in, but go ahead, Big-G.
Man, I'm not telling you a team that's gonna go from worst to first, but I'm telling you a team that I think that could realistically win the Super Bowl. Oh, look there he is. Hello, sir. How are you doing, Mr. Sir Bishop? How you doing today, man? But I'm not a worst to first, Tate, but I'm telling you a team that I think can win it. I think the Houston Texans can win it. After I went back,
but they was in the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
I mean,
bro,
now you asked me worst to first.
Okay, so I got a worst to first, but I think Houston can win it, bro. I really do believe Houston can win it. Houston has what they did in the draft is unbelievable, bro. What they did in the draft. Now my worst to first. I don't know if they was the worst team in their division. I think they finished 2nd or 3rd, but the Atlanta Falcons. I think the Atlanta Falcons going to do damage, man. Now that they have defense, I mean, they double-dipped in the first round and got 2 dog defensive ends, and they've made a decision concerning Michael Penix at quarterback with Bijan Robinson, with Drake London, with Kyle Pitts. What's up, Sir Bishop? How you doing, man? I think Atlanta's going to be is not to be played with, bro. I think Atlanta's going to be played with. And I know a lot of people out there might be saying the Chicago Bears.
They play in a crappy division. Houston do.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts, the Dolphins, and the Jacksonville.
Tennessee, not the Dolphins. Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee. Dolphins is the East, AFC.
Yeah. So, but what you think about Atlanta?
Atlanta's a sneaky pick.
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans ain't no factor. So you got Atlanta, Tampa, and Carolina ain't no factor. So yeah, I mean, so they go from being second place to being first place because of the division they play in. So that's doable.
Mm-hmm. So
Jump out there and a team that finished third last year gonna finish first. Know who it is?
The Giants, maybe.
The Giants finished last year, didn't
No,
they?
they finished third. The Bears, they finished fourth.
Right.
I don't know.
The team
third.
The team above the Bears.
The Packers? No, the
Packers.
Detroit Lions. The Green Bay Packers? Yeah. The
Packers. I got the Packers winning that division this year.
Oh. You think Matthew Golden's going to make that much of a difference?
Who?
Matthew Golden, wide receiver, Texas.
I think, well, not just him. He's going to be in addition to the receiver room, but Jordan Love, know your experience. Josh Jacobs balling, that defense is better. And you'll get some regression, I believe, from the Lions just by losing both your head coordinators who was big factors on both sides of the ball. And Minnesota going with J.J. McCarthy. Not that he's bad, but is he going to do like Sam Darnold and that team did last year, got 13 wins? I think Green Bay can sneak right on up there to the top.
Mr. Woodsey said the Chargers running game, yeah, they nice because they got Amarion Hampton and Najee, but who they thought? No, they got a wide receiver too. Didn't they get Bex? Didn't they get that Bex?
They drafted. That was Houston that did that. They did draft a weapon or two, but they made the playoffs last year too, though.
Yeah. I would say the team that I think that wasn't in the playoffs last year that I think will make it to the playoffs, I would pick the Atlanta Falcons. I think the Atlanta Falcons can definitely make it to the playoffs. And I think they have, now that they have, their defense is nasty. They're just young. So I think Atlanta's going to have a push. Outside of that, I think the playoff teams are almost going to be set. You might see one or two, and I guess this is my last question concerning the NFL stuff, Tate. Normally, you get the same core 4 or 5 teams in both the NFC and AFC every year to make the playoffs. Do you think this year is the year that we finally see teams flip and you get 2, 3, or 4 teams that don't never make the playoffs to make it? Or do you really think that we're going to stay right with the tradition of teams that always make it get in? Because I think the competitive nature of the NFL has changed, man. And I think there's maybe 3 or 4 teams that just don't have a shot. Cleveland Browns being one of them. They big trash. But do you think that the competitive nature of the NFL now shows up where, like, man, listen, you're going to really have to start playing every single freaking week, bro?
Well, the nature of the game dictates you got to play every single week. I mean, just because of 17 games. It ain't like baseball is 162 or basketball is 82. You know what I mean? Every week means something behind that shield, man. So you better come out ready to play. And the biggest part of that is ready to win early before teams get their mojo going, right? You want to win them early games in September and October to build yourself a little cushion. That's the only reason Pittsburgh made the playoffs last year. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? 10-3, then finished 10-7.
Yeah.
Only reason they made the playoffs because they built that cushion.
Mm-hmm.
So more than any other sport, in football, you got to win the games you're supposed to win. You can't drop them.
Yeah. And that's what the Steelers have done the last several years, bro. We lose games we ain't supposed to lose, but
right. And that stops you from being in the bye conversation, having home field and all that stuff. When you lose them games, you're not supposed to lose. Now the Steelers last year, they lost to the Eagles, Super Bowl champs, the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Baltimore, we know they was a beast last year. Mm-hmm. And they lost to the Bengals, who, they got Burrow and those weapons. They're a good team, and it's a division game. So that was their last 4 losses. But you can't complain about losing to any of them teams. I don't care if it was 4 in a row. But what you do, you're supposed to beat Dallas last year. You're supposed to beat Cleveland in the snow in Cleveland. I mean, all them wins you left on the field impact all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Playoff seeding, who you play, whether or not you can rest a guy or guys are injured, you're absolutely correct, man. And so that's why, like you said, you got to win the ones you're supposed to win, man. Period, man. All right,
That
so
part.
last part of NFL, right? The draft's in the books. We done had a week or two to marinate on it. I just want to get your top 3 worst NFL draft picks of all time. If you had to pick the worst NFL draft picks, like biggest busts of all time, who's your top 3, man?
Just off the top of my head, man, the first 2 is easy. No, I give you 3 right away. Off the top of my head. And yeah, there's more recent history. If I really could just think back to, because I've been watching NFL drafts for probably since like the '83 draft when Marino and Ken O'Brien and Jim Kelly and all them guys got drafted, and Jim Kelly went to USFL. But so for a long time, 40 years. But worst 3 off the top of my head: Tony Mandarich, offensive lineman out of Michigan State to Green Bay.
Yep, I'm with you.
Ryan Leaf, pick number 2 to San Diego Chargers out of Washington State.
Yep.
And pick bust number 3 for me. He moved back to Alabama. He used to be my neighbor's nephew, but shout out to the homie G, even though you're a Crimson Tide and Cowboy fan. Boo. Your nephew though, Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah. All-time
pick
plus.
number 1 overall. Yeah, there you go. My 3 right there.
The live chat loading it up. Tim Lyons got a whole bunch of Bengals. He's saying Achilles Smith, Sean Ross, Jeff George out of Rob Lightfoot, David Klinger.
No, Jeff George was – he wasn't a bust. He had some couple good years in there. I mean, from what we expected, he might not have lived up to that. But you got Jeff George had about an 8-9 year career, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Yeah, he just played for multiple teams, man. He played for multiple teams. And he had he made the Pro Bowl a couple of years too. Jeff George.
Hey, Tim, why don't you just say every Bengals draft except when they got Munoz and Joe Burrow? And Carson Palmer was good.
Yeah. A lot of teams, man. And this is the whole secret about the draft. And Tate knows this, Mod knows this as well. Man, you gotta hit the draft where you get players that aren't busts. And there's a science to that, because some teams just pick guys and they never pan out. So I think in this year's draft, there might be a couple of them, man. There might be a couple of them. But we're seeing this more and more, Tate, where teams are picking guys that they want versus picking who the experts want. So we'll see. We'll definitely revisit this subject moving forward. All right, man. We're going to move to basketball. All right? It's hoop season, man. It's playoff season. It's time to get the bread, right? The first round is in the books, except for tonight. We got a Game 7, Houston Rockets, Golden State Warriors, man. First round of the playoffs, man, is I'm just going to let me say this, is that I think that some of the players that we weren't going to count on to see excel at this level, they excelled, man. So I want to do you still have your same thought process of who's going to be in the finals that you thought about maybe right before this thing started? Do you still got the same teams? And if so, why do you still believe that they'll prevail and be there, man?
Because they're the best teams. I mean, it comes down to Boston, OKC, and Cleveland. Two of those 3 going to be there. That's with Boston and Cleveland fight it out. Now, I'm liking Minnesota, my sleeper. Minnesota, I believe they play OKC this next round, don't they? No, OKC. Yeah.
No, Denver will play OKC.
Denver play OKC. Denver look decent too, but Minnesota will be my team that could take OKC in the conference finals, and I think Boston and Cleveland on the collision course. So
now you got Minnesota jumping in.
I didn't have them jumping. I said all year there's my sleeper. I picked the Lakers because I'm a low-key Laker fan because of LeBron. But I've been saying all season how they was playing, they was injured, talking about their toughness, talking about Julius Randle, that boy Shannon from Illinois that played for the Timberwolves, not Nas Reed, all them players. I said when they get healthy, they're gonna be all right. That's my sleeper team because they was gonna be like a 5-6 seed, right? So I picked them, and so it wouldn't be a surprise to me if they go all the way to the Western Conference Finals and then the finals.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so since we got all the series set for one, let's pick the series. Series 1, Indiana Pacers, Cleveland Cavaliers. How many games? Who you got winning that series?
I got the Cavs win. I'm watching right now. I'm behind. Don't tell me what the score is right now because I'm still in the late first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably at halftime now. They're about, I bet, a little after. But because when we get done with this podcast here, I'm going to just be fast forward through the commercials. But I got Cleveland winning that 4-2 as it stands right now.
Mm-hmm.
Boston got the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
I got Boston winning that 4-2.
Mm.
OKC in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
I got that being 4-2. OKC.
Okay.
And I'm going to say Golden State and the Timberwolves. I got the Wolves winning that 4-2. So there go my 4 teams right there. Same teams I just said. My 4 teams make it to the conference final. OKC versus Minnesota, Cleveland versus Boston.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna say all the semifinals are gonna go 7 games. I just think that the quality of play with the teams that remain, they're really close, man. There's like 1 or 2 plays that can dictate, if a game goes this way or that way. I don't look for it to be a lot of blowouts in the second round either, man. So I think, but Tate, I'm with you. I think the Cavs will win in 7. I think the Celtics will win in 7. I think OKC will win in 7. And I got Minnesota, regardless of who wins between Houston and Golden State, in 7. Because I think that Anson finally woke up. But I think that the quality of play, man, in the second round, we're going to get some series, bro. We're going to get some series. And that's where the jumps got to happen for those teams that got eliminated in the first round. Maybe a team like Detroit, like you said, needs a true point guard and experience. But a lot of the rest of them, they got to jump up or get healthy, man. In my opinion, Tate. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you. I mean, I think the teams we talk about, Darius Garland been out. He out again tonight against the Pacers. Mm-hmm. So Cleveland's won their last 2 games without him. Mm-hmm. I think the teams do need to get healthy. I think most of the teams left are pretty healthy. Jason Tatum hurt his wrist, but he only missed like a game. Mm-hmm. Garland's toe, he's been out for 3 straight now with tonight. But everybody else is healthy, right? I mean, Minnesota healthy, OKC healthy. That's what happens when you make quick work of your opponent. You got a chance to rest and get back to health. So I like that with OKC and Cleveland. Boston played with their food a little bit. They gave up a game, and they almost gave up 2.
Rob Lightfoot won a Bet Me Corner time. He said that everyone finishes in 7 games before. So he's saying before. Rob, I'm not going to bet that, man. But in my heart, now, Rob, you need to understand it too and know that if the Houston Rockets beat Golden State tonight, I picked all 8 first-round series. I picked them almost to the game. So I'm on a little bit of hot streak, but in my gut, I think that these teams are really close, man, in the second round, man. Just to me, right? Now, Tate, we can't stop talking about basketball unless we talk about LBJ. All right? Not so much legacy, but what's the future look like for LeBron? We know he's injured. We know he's got a strain or a tear in his MCL. We pretty much know he's already said he's coming back next year. But can Luka and LeBron actually get a chip? Do they got to change some stuff around? Because Tate, I don't see it. And I love LeBron. I think LeBron's my GOAT. He is my GOAT. So can Luka and LeBron, because they look bad in that first round exit, man, against the Timberwolves, man.
So what's the question? Can they what?
Can Luka and LeBron coexist? And if so, can they actually get a championship? Because I don't see it. The Lakers look bad, man.
but they look bad because they lack a true big.
Mm-hmm.
They need a true big. I mean, Rudy Gobert look like 95 Shaq
Yeah.
in
Facts.
this series. You know what I mean? Because the Lakers don't have a big. See, yeah, Mr. Wussy say Lakers need size. He's absolutely correct with that. LeBron and Luka can work. Luka still needs to lose about 15 more pounds and work on his lateral movement. He's a defensive liability. They was picking on him with everybody. Julius Randle, Ant Edwards. Mike Conley was setting him up in the pick and roll. They was trying to get Luka switched on to whoever Luka was guard. That's who was attacking.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So really, the only thing we can hold against Nico, the Dallas Mavericks GM, we talked about him bad at the trade, but if they had to stay healthy, that team that he was gonna have, they stay healthy, could have been better than the Lakers.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
just flip
if you
Luka
get AD and Kyrie don't get hurt,
Yeah. Yeah.
and Lively and they bigs, they would have been a better matchup against Minnesota than the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever, I mean, Luka had a game where he had 38 and 2 rebounds. I mean, because he's such high usage and ball dominant, you know, and it worked for a time with him and LeBron. I think it can work because they both high IQ basketball players.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else around them need to be a 3-and-D player or in a stretch big that can defend the paint.
Yeah. And they don't have that. That definitely, and that's a shaking of the roster, man. So that means that they would have to get rid of guys like maybe Reeves. They might maybe have to Hachimura. They might have to get rid of guys like that to get some more 3-and-D defenders, and definitely a big. They got to get a big down in L.A. So, saying that, do you think that the Lakers actually push to get a player? And who would you like to see in L.A. to play with Luka and Bron?
Some of them, some young boys. You know who I really like? I like them Thompson twins in Detroit and Houston.
Oh,
that kind of energy, that kind of downhill defensive steadiness. I like them a lot. I don't think you pay another star because LeBron and Luka gonna be making the max. So you can't bring in like a Giannis. You can't do that. So that's just reaching for too much. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
I do think if I'm putting it together, the Lakers could use, and I'm saying Cleveland gets all of them, they could, somebody like Jared Allen. You know what I mean? Somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A big man that don't need the ball, that can dive and protect the paint and all that kind of stuff. I thought J.J. Redick was absolutely ridiculous not playing Jackson Hayes.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
The way...
And that's LeBron's guy. That's his coach. Yeah. That's LeBron's guy and his coach, but he didn't play the big that he needed to play to win.
Set him up. Cut off his nose and spite his face.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to play small ball, man. I just think, man, with the legacy issue with Bron, right? I don't know if the Lakers can, I don't know if they can do it. And so this is my last thing. Do you think LeBron would demand a trade out of LA to get somewhere we could get a final chip?
He don't got to demand a trade.
Mm-hmm.
He got a team option. He don't got signing. I mean, he got a player option. And I think I said it the other night on the homies we were on with Pay. Mm-hmm. I said LeBron opted out of $52 million. LeBron going to be 41 years old. He going to sign no less than a 2-year $120. LeBron about to get 60 and 60 to close out his career.
But do you think he gets that in LA, or could he go somewhere else to get the chip?
No, he opted out, so Lakers either got to break big bread, because he gave him a team. That 52 was a team-friendly deal.
Facts.
Team-friendly. He going to be first or second team All-NBA this year.
Mm-hmm.
And he could go to a contender that need a veteran piece, a leader, and go there and be a factor. Imagine somehow Detroit could got LeBron to go with Cade Cunningham.
Man, I promise you, I was thinking that. I promise you, I was, but I was like, man, does he go to a small market, or maybe does he retread? Does he go to Miami and go chase one? Does he come back to Cleveland and go chase one? Is it a retread for Bron? You know, because I just don't see it in L.A., bro.
I don't see it in L.A. necessarily, but it could happen because you don't know what they could do or who they could get. But I think Miami is not in the cards. Him and Pat Riley kind of ended not on the best terms. Mm-hmm. I think Cleveland's always on the table because it's home. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I feel like, you know, it could be any team. I mean, it could be not any team. It could be San Antonio. It got to be a team that's trending up. And I don't think. I mean, he could go to Houston Rockets. Not the Houston Rockets. Mm-hmm. Lakers get some young peaks and send LeBron that veteran there to bring them young boys up, the ones they got. Mm-hmm. The Lakers need a big. Could Houston trade Sangoon and what's his name? The 2 guard, Jalen Green for LeBron?
No, they'll not.
I make that trade for 2 years if they give me a chip. Well, what's your boy Jalen Green have done to play? They would trade that for Giannis right now.
Yeah. I think that I heard they would trade it for KD. I heard that they would trade Jalen Green and a piece for KD to get KD and
Jalen Green and Jabari Smith.
Yeah, for KD. But I don't know, man. I just think if I had to put it on the table right now, Tate, LeBron 50-50 in LA. And I think LeBron I think he's going to chase to get one. And where that ends up, I don't know. I would love to see him and Giannis pair up in Milwaukee. That would be something special to see. I would love to see him with one of the young teams like Detroit or Houston. But my heart of hearts is telling me he's going to go to the Bay. Him and Steph's going to finish it off together, man. That's my heart of hearts telling me he's going to end up in the Bay.
You trade LeBron, replace him with Jimmy Butler. Mm-hmm. So that file I have for mine, we can bring it, but the old head. I'm gonna play this Big G. We already saw it, but this kind of surmises the discussion, the debate best you can, right? I don't know if any of you watched the All the Smoke podcast with Jack and Matty Barnes. Mm-hmm. They had a Hall of Famer, Indiana Pacer great Reggie Miller as a guest on there. This is what Reggie Miller said about Jordan and LeBron.
You hear it all the time. Who's the GOAT? Who's the greatest? And all that between him and LeBron. And I try to stay away from that because I went against LeBron his first year. He was a rookie. My last year, so I don't have no point of reference. But I will say LeBron has the greatest career.
I say that all the time.
He has the greatest career.
Right.
But Mike is the best
basketball player ever.
But LeBron has the greatest career. And I think why a lot of old heads want to dog out LeBron is because they were never as good as he is this late in their career.
Right.
And they want to get on him for that.
Yeah.
LeBron at 22 years in, at 40, whatever he is about ready to be first or second team All-NBA.
25, 8, and 8.
As old guys, they were never call them all out.
Some of them wasn't this good in their prime.
That's the thing.
Straight up, they wasn't.
And for him to be this good, this long,
Incredible.
You've got to say he has the greatest career.
By far.
But is he the best? That's greatest and best is two different things. And I think that's why old heads are getting it mixed up.
That's big facts. That's big facts, man.
It is, man. And when you look at it, that's why we got Mod on there as an old head, because Mod just stuck in the past, man. And Reggie said it. They said Jordan the best, right? But when we have the GOAT discussion, what's that G for GOAT? The first acronym is what?
Greatest.
Reggie Miller said LeBron is the greatest career. So to me, that means the greatest basketball player. Michael Jordan has the greatest 6-7 year run in NBA history, right?
Yeah.
But to sustain it for 2 years, 21-time All-Star since your rookie year, you've been an All-Star and you've been consistent the whole time. I mean, if you're gonna do apples to apples, you gotta take that 6 years of Michael Jordan either this time and say, okay, Mike got that 6-year peak over LeBron. LeBron had a good 6. He went to like 9 straight NBA finals.
Mhm.
But he didn't do in them 9 what Jordan did in 6. I respect that.
Mhm.
But now you got to add on 2 men. Then Jordan played till he was 40.
Facts.
Now you got to add them 40 years onto it, right? We can't just watch the Wizard years. You know what I mean? Go ahead. What's on the live chat saying, Big G? I know everybody got an opinion.
Yeah, Brumman said, yeah, but Michael Jordan has done more with less years. Not so fast, my friend. Not so fast with all of that. Mr. Wood said,
How he done more with less years?
yeah,
And you
facts.
can't see you can't hold that against LeBron because LeBron's taking care of himself and not out gambling and drinking and hanging out all night and all that stuff.
What did Jordan do his first 6 or 7 years in the league, and what did he do his last 4 or 5 years in the league? That's not more than less. He had like you said, Tate, he had in the middle a little 6-year run that was a hell of a run. But in all reality, no. Prior to and afterwards, no. LeBron has been the picture of consistency concerning his ability to play at a high level. LeBron has been first or second team All-NBA. Every year except for 1 year of his career.
We got another old head in here. I know where Brumman at.
Yeah, but
Jordan never had to jump. They didn't jump. Who was jumping teams back there, Brumman?
See, he don't know this either. He don't even realize this, Tate, and I said this already. You know why Jordan didn't jump teams? Because they brought Ron Harper, who was a top 2 or 3 guard in the league to him. They brought Dennis Rodman, who's the 50 greatest ever basketball player to him. They brought Tony Kukoc, who was the best European player to him. They went and got Brian Williams, who was the best up-and-coming big, and brought him to him. They went and got Luke Longley, who was a top 10 big in the NBA at that time, and brought him to him. That's why he didn't jump, because they went and got guys and brought them to him. He didn't. Nowadays, that don't happen. And there was also they drafted Scottie Pippen too. Correct. The league was watered down because of expansion. The league expansion watered, and so that means those teams, they were picking guys off of the good teams, and they were going to play for the Miami Heat, the Vancouver Grizzlies, the Toronto Raptors, the Charlotte Hornets. Those teams was trash when they first started off. Orlando Magic, the Orlando Magic was the only team that was any good when they first started because they got Shaq year 2 after they had Scott Skiles. So come on, man. Come on. Go ahead, Tate, man. I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
No, I was just going to say they drafted Scottie Pippen. Jordan never won a playoff game before Pippen. But we hold against LeBron taking a team to the playoffs with Booby Gibson, Sasha Pavlovich, the Wild Thing, Andy Varejao. You know what I mean? We hold against them losing to Golden State when Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving was hurt. I mean, you can't do all that. What Mike was undefeated if Scottie Pippen had been hurt in one of them finals?
No,
Okay.
Absolutely. He would have took an L. Without Scottie Pippen, Mike's 0 for 6 in the finals. Let's just be perfectly clear. The Portland Trail Blazers bust his grill. Charles Barkley, damn for sure, bust his grill. Phoenix, they mop him. Seattle bust his grill, and Karl Malone and them bust his grill. So come on, bro. They brought players to Mike. That's why he didn't jump teams. Mr. Woodside, 2 teams. Correct. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Hey, bro, man. The first set of the Cavs, I just told you on that team, Varejao, Booby Gibson, Sasha Pavlovich, old Ilgauskas. That's why he left Cleveland. They didn't put enough around him. Then the second Cavaliers, they lost the first one. That's the one I said Kevin Love and Kyrie both was hurt. He running with what's my boy name? The little guard from Australia, Dellavedova.
Oh, yeah.
Dellavedova. He running with Dellavedova. Then they won the second year, the 73-9 team in Golden State, another dynasty, along with playing the Spurs 4 times, another dynasty. Golden State 4 times, that's a dynasty. Then when they lost to 16, what Golden State go do? Oh, they go get KD.
Facts.
Come on, bro, man. It ain't apples to apples, bro.
Facts. Here, Mr. Woodside said never won a playoff game. He was playing against the Celtics 1 year at 86, and he got mopped. He had 63 in a game, and they still lost by 20. So stop that, bro. That's what happened. He had 63 in a game, and they still lost by 20. And Rob Lightfoot said Charlotte, Alonzo. So Larry Johnson and Alonzo Mourning, you forget who their first 3 draft picks were. See, they had year 4s when they turned it around. The Charlotte Hornets' first 3 draft picks was Rex Chapman, Kendall Gill, and J.R. Reed. That was their first. So they got expansion, and that was their first 3 picks. Rex Chapman, if you don't believe me, Google it. J.R. Reed, Kendall Gill, and Rex Chapman. That was not Alonzo Mourning. That was not Larry Johnson. This is year 4 and 5 after Charlotte had already expanded. That's what Jordan was playing against, man.
What I'm saying is that he played Golden State. 4 rings for Golden State. A dynasty. Tim Duncan them, the Spurs, 4 times against them in the finals. A dynasty. You know what I mean? He played the one against Dallas they lost to his first year in Miami. That's one I hold against him. The other losses I don't hold against him because he played all-time great teams. Did Jordan play one all-time great team in the finals?
Never.
He played the Lakers, but the Lakers was old. Kareem was gone. Magic was holding the back of his hamstring. I think the year before he had to retire with the HIV virus. All that. Jordan didn't play none. The best team he probably played in the finals was the Seattle team.
Yeah. Byron Scott was hurt in the finals that year that they played, and Magic was beat up, so it was over. So and Sam Perkins was injured as well. So, no, he didn't play. That wasn't the Lakers. That wasn't Kareem, James Worthy, Magic Johnson.
It wasn't Showtime.
Yeah, it wasn't Showtime. No.
So that's what I'm saying about Golden State. No, LeBron did play for Golden State. He had to play against Golden State. Jordan played against old Lakers, Portland 1 year, Barkley, a good player, MVP that year, Phoenix 1 time, and then Seattle 1 time, and Utah. It wasn't the dynasty. That's why G said the league watered down. All these teams making the finals. Yeah. Then you get up into the 2000s where we went now. It's not watered down. You got juggernauts making it all the time.
Correct. And Mr. Woodside say 86 Celtics, okay, but you know what, Mr. Woodside, that was the end of the run for the Celtics. You forgot that ass whooping that Detroit put on MJ every year until Pippen finally grew up. Detroit was punishing the Bulls didn't even make it to the conference finals until the year before they won it. They was getting popped every year either by the Knicks or the dang on Detroit Pistons prior to. You got to remember that Jordan had to build his way through because he was getting popped by dynasties.
How long
bulldozed his way through it.
Bulldozed the champion Pistons.
Correct.
The Chauncey Billups, Rasheed Wallace teams. Then he do like 29 in a quarter. Got them boys up out of there.
29 in the fourth quarter, taking center packing. The defending champ, Detroit Pistons, center packing.
Yep.
Sent the defending champ. He bulldozed his way through the champions, right? Jordan was up out of there. It took Jordan to get a whole lot of help to get there. It took a whole lot of help. So that's bias, and that's that old head take. That's what I'm talking about, the old head, man.
Yeah, that bro man, obviously old head.
Yeah, Mr. Woodside is too. He said Portland. So what? Portland made it to the finals in 1992. They never won anything. We're talking about teams that won multiple championships.
Yeah, Portland's made it to the finals 1992. They lost to the Bulls.
Correct.
How many times Golden State and San Antonio make it?
And got chips, multi-chips.
Those 2 teams LeBron played in the finals have a collective 9 championships in that span. Golden State 4, San Antonio 5. I guess they got 4 too because one was before LeBron got there. That one against the Knicks.
Mr. Woodside, let me clarify it. The league was watered down after the expansion draft. That's when the league got watered down. You got to remember, Rick Mahorn got picked off of that Pistons team. You got to remember, John Sally got picked off of that Pistons team. They wasn't the same team, man. The league watered down by expansion. Any expert will tell you that that happened to the NBA, which gave Jordan a competitive advantage. Because you got teams, they broke teams up. The Celtics was already done. The Lakers was already done. It was already over with. And through expansion, teams were even weaker. Those initial expansion years for the league, when they added those 5 and 6 teams, the league was really weak at that point. They won IEY, and check this one out. The year after Jordan and them won it, the Bulls still won 60-something games and made it to the Eastern Conference Finals without Jordan.
He's playing against Dynasty, so I guess you're talking about the Celtics. One, he couldn't get past them, so he didn't make the final. We talk about finals losses.
Yeah.
Rodney, we talk about finals losses. He couldn't get back to Celtics. He didn't make it. Bye-bye first round Jordan.
Yeah.
He couldn't get past the Pistons.
Nope.
Them first 2-3 years. Bye-bye maybe semifinals Jordan.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, he played dynasties. He didn't make it. LeBron lost 2 dynasties in the finals.
Correct.
The Boston Larry Bird Celtics had 3 championships.
Mm.
Tim Duncan Spurs got 5 championships. Steph
Facts.
Curry Warriors got 4 championships.
Facts.
So Isaiah only got 2 and Bird got 3. So that's 5 against 9 against the teams LeBron played championships in the finals. Jordan didn't even make it to the finals to play the Celtics and the Pistons.
No.
But LeBron made it to the finals to play the Spurs and the Warriors.
After beating the defending champs, Tate. Let's make sure you put an asterisk on that. After they whooped the Detroit Pistons and went, and he gave 29 straight in the fourth quarter.
Which is what Jordan could do against the Celtics and the Pistons at first.
Yeah. Claude Bishop. Sir Claude Bishop, man. Claude hit him with some facts. Sir Bishop said 57 wins with Jordan, 55 without him. And they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals and lost, and Pippen blew it. They had them beat. The Bulls had the Knicks beat to go to it, man.
Big G. What's Claude almost never get?
That's the fact, Jack. That's the fact.
Shout out, Claude.
That's the facts, Claude. That went to the Eastern Conference Finals, lost Game 7 to the Knicks, and they had them beat. Pippen blew it. Pippen blew it, man. So yeah, come on now. And like I said, when Jordan came back after we went from 45 and wore the 45 jersey, Orlando ran him up out of the building in the semifinals. We had to check pay on that. And then the next year they loaded him up and they gave him Ron Harper, Dennis Rodman, Tony Kukoc, Luke Longley, John Sally. That was all on that Bulls team when they loaded it up. So that's why Jordan never went and played anywhere else. Jordan, they brought the team to him. That's how they was able to win. And they broke Orlando up. They sent Shaq West. Didn't they say they sent him to the Lakers? They sent Shaq West. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. And this goes on over and over and over again. I wish Ma would have been here for this, because this is the most argument that is leaning to tell you that LeBron is better. What bro man say? He said LeBron's not the best player, period. What?
You're right. Reggie Miller said he's the greatest.
Correct. Greatest player. Great.
You hear it all the time. Who's the GOAT? Who's the greatest? And all that between, him and LeBron. And I try to stay away from that because I went against LeBron his first year. He was a rookie. My last year. So I don't have no point of reference. But I will say LeBron has the greatest career.
I say that all.
Facts.
So,
facts.
Like I said, you can say Jordan was the best, and when you say he's the best, you go in that 6 to 8 year window, and when he was just putting up empty numbers, not making the playoffs at the beginning of his career, then you want to wipe off the Washington Wizard Jordan. You want to wipe that off. So yeah.
And Mr. Woodside said 96 Ron Harper. 96 Ron Harper was still a top 5 2 guard in the league. He was still a top 5 2 guard when they brought him to the Bulls. He was still that's why they brought him there, so nobody could check Jordan. That's why they brought him there. Jordan didn't have no other problems outside of nobody except for Clyde Drexler and John Starks. That's it. They brought Harper over there to make sure, and Jordan freelanced on defense. He freelanced. He didn't have to play D because you got Pippen, Harper, and freaking Rodman. He didn't have to play D. He freelanced. He ran passing lanes and all. Come on, man. Man, we could go on forever, man.
Yeah, this is an interesting subject. Let's go ahead, Big G, and just go ahead and talk about our baseball teams real quick and go ahead and get out of here, man.
Absolutely. Tate, baseball standings right now. What's your Cincinnati Reds looking like, man?
I don't know if they won today. They were winning. Let me pull it up. Looking like big. Big trash how they gave it up yesterday. The
Reds?
Reds are
Yeah.
they lost today. How they lose the game today, man? They was up 3-1 in the sixth.
No pitching, man.
No, they have
Saying
plenty
it
pitching. Plenty pitching. Trust me. Now sometimes they lost 4 games, 1-0 this year. That's not pitching.
Yeah, that's what is that? Is that coaching? or just no, you just ain't got no hit. You ain't got no hit and no run support. What is it? I'm looking at the standings right now.
Oh, you know what? You know what? When we first started the podcast, the interview, the Reds, it was 1-1. Ellie De La Cruz hit a 2-run home run that put them up 3-1. Then we started the podcast. I didn't look. They took that home run back.
Oh, okay.
So because it went foul, I guess. It was raining out and stuff. So yeah, they ended up losing 4-1. So they're 18-17. 1 game below 500.
3 games
The
behind
Cubs.
the Cubs.
Yeah, 3 games behind the Cubs.
Yep.
Yeah.
18-17. 18. So we got 25 in the book. We're not even
That's
a quarter
35.
of the way. 35. We're not even a quarter of a way there, man. It's not yet. But I think, like I said, I think the Reds have improved compared to how they started off. They had a horrible start, man. Horrible start.
Well, I just don't want to see it drop below 500 no more this season. So they got to win 2 of the next 3 games in the series. Next series they play.
So my question about baseball is, do the Colorado Rockies break the record for most losses in a season? They're 6-28 right now today. They're 6-28. They're 2-8 in their last 10. 6-28. The Pirates are big trash. They're 12-23. The Miami Marlins are 13-20. They suck. The Miami Marlins are 13-20. The Los Angeles Angels are 13-20. The Baltimore Orioles are 13-20. But the Colorado Rockies are 6-28. Tate, did they break the record, bro?
I think they got to. We talked about this last year. I don't think they broke the record last year. They was really bad, historically bad. They may be that this year. It might be on a better pace. I mean, a worse pace this year than it was last year.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but
6-28. Let me see who they got coming up. I'm gonna see how many losses they're going to take in a row. They 6-28. Oh God, it's looking bad, Tate. They play the Tigers in a 3-game series. That's three more losses. That makes them 6-31. Then they play the Padres. They probably could win 1 out of there, so that's 7. Then they play the Texas Rangers. That's 3 more losses.
The Padres playing good.
Right. Then they play the Texas Rangers. Then the Diamondbacks, and then the Phillies. Yeah, they might win 3 out of the next 20.
The Padres got the second best record in the NL. Why do you think they can win one of them?
So listen, next series in a row: Tigers, Padres, Texas Rangers, Diamondbacks, Phillies, Yankees, Cubs. They're in trouble. They might win 3 out of the next 30 games. So they might mess around and be 9-50. That's looking the record in the face, man. That's looking the record in the face. What is it? 40 wins is the record? 40 wins?
Hold on, I'll check.
Yeah, I think it's 40 wins, man. They're looking the record in the face, man. There's no way in the world. The Colorado Rockies is the worst team that maybe in professional sports. In my opinion, they might be the worst team in professional sports.
Well, this was in the early 1900s. I don't know, but Cleveland won 20 games out of 154.
Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible, man. All right, man. Final thoughts, man, so we can get out of here and close out this podcast, man.
Yeah, man. I just want to say, man, that great interview today. Thanks everybody for rocking with us, man. Go ahead and get the algorithms up, get the like, get the subscribes up, man. We really need a few more people to share with a few more people to get these subscribes up, man. We enjoy each and every one of you rocking with us every week. We just love interacting with each other. Obviously, is why we talk all the time and interacting with each and every one of you guys, whether we agree or not. This is kind of like one of those debate shows with Big-G then came down off his skip over the past few years. I think when Fox got rid of Skip, Big-G said, well, Skip ain't the thing no more. I'm going to tone it down a little bit. So
Yeah. I had to tone it down just a little bit, man. Start hitting them with facts, man. I had to start hitting them with facts, man. But sometimes I'll be on that 50-50, man. 50-50 for sure.
But no, shout out to everybody, man. Hit the subscribe button and, and to give my opinion on what the first question of the show was, the title of the show, Giannis should have put hands on little John Haliburton because he got all up in his face talking stuff. I would at least, I wouldn't have punched him, Big G. I got too much to lose. I'd have mugged him, I just pushed him by his face. Like, get your little short ass out of here.
He could have picked him up and had his feet dangling. His feet just dangling like this and picked him up like, man, if you don't get away from me, man, you too little. Yeah,
right.
Could have, man. Hey, man, so we're going to have some great guests over the next couple of weeks. Tate, you want to tell them about our guy that's going to be on? Is it next week? Is it Mother's Day week or the week after?
It's the week after. So we tell them next week what we got planned for the following week, the 18th.
Absolutely. We have a special guest coming on the 18th, special guest coming the Sunday after that, and definitely a special guest, 2 special guests coming that first week of June, man. So we got some great shows coming up for you guys. Thank you guys all for rocking with us again. Make sure you like and subscribe wherever you get it. Help us get to that 1K subs like Tate has said. And for that, we're going to kick it out of here and get up out of here with the KnoItAllz podcast. We'll see you guys. Oh, we'll definitely see you guys this week on the Level Up College Football Podcast.
Level up.
Smash the gas. Definitely with me, Curb, and Tay-Boy Fresh. And you'll see us over.
Gas.
Yep, me over on Steelers Almighty. Tate with the Central Roundup, because man, Tate ain't but one team left. It's just the Cavs. All the rest of them, they gone.
Yeah, Detroit, Chicago going. We don't have a steady Pacers guy, but the Pacers are still in another division.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then we'll be back with the homies and homies overtime. So once again, we thank you guys for rocking with us, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace. We'll holla at you.
Out of here.